Hello and welcome to another edition of Canutillo Combos, the official Canutillo ISD podcast. I'm Gustavo Reveles, the Director of Communications for the school district. With us, of course, is our fearless leader.
Fearful.
No, right now it's fearless. It's like, and
fearless was fearful because of the politics.
Yeah, well, politics is part of the game, unfortunately.
But it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be,
It shouldn't be.
But politics is just another matter of fact for us, right? And we gotta play along with all those things.
Well, I think that's why it was, when you go to the kids, like we were at Reyes today, and we saw the kids thinking that you're Santa Claus. And,
they saw my belly and thought I was Santa Claus in training, they said.
And it just reminds you why we're here, And I wish some of the adults would think about kids and think about what's good for Canutillo and great for kids as we go forward. And unfortunately, that's what the world's about. So
it is, and we live in a world where politics is guiding our day-to-day work. But we'll continue to do what's best for kids. We'll continue to do what's best for our community, and that's what's really driving us. In this year, Doc, we had a pretty successful year.
We did.
And we want to, as we get ready to go on break next week for the winter, we want to reflect on a very successful 2024. We had tons of successes, and they were accomplished despite the challenges that we're facing. We faced a lot of challenges monetarily, chiefly, right? But our students, our teachers, our staff continues to thrive, and they continue to make us proud. And it's amazing, that despite all the adult-related conversations that happen and that take up like 90% of our time.
That's from the Capitol in Austin, with no help from the governor, trying to balance a budget where all districts adopted a deficit budget, no raises, But again, but you look at the hearts of our teachers, our hearts of our staff. They're about kids. But I think the politicians put that in front of us to say. And
that's what I mean when I say, like 90% of our time is spent dealing with adult created issues instead of dealing with issues impacting kids or issues that are kid centric, and that's unfortunate that our time is spent that way. We're thankful that our teachers are at the forefront, really dealing with kids one-on-one. And I think most of us here in central office would like to do the same. But we're pulled to do one thing or another to respond to something some adult somewhere said or created or launched or whatever it is. And that's unfortunate. But let's focus on the positive, Doc. Let's focus on
pass the bond.
On what we did in 2024. I think chief and most transformative of all is that bond election that was approved by the voters.
That's crazy because I know you talked about it before, since February.
Yes.
We've been engaging with the community.
Oh, since earlier than that.
Right?
Yeah.
About where the potential land sites for the...
Well, I mean, just the needs of the community, the needs of our district to really pull forward and reach its full potential. We have such great potential in Canutillo ISD. We have everything it takes to be premier, just a booming suburban school district in Texas. We have everything we need to do that. We just didn't have the schools located in the right positions.
Yeah. I mean, we have great teachers, great staff, working hard. Yeah. But again, that's part of a business, right? As you grow, you got to be able to. Yeah. And for the example is Crave. Crave used to be on Wrestler,
yeah.
But now they moved to the Brewflix.
Yeah.
Because they realize as a business,
it makes more sense.
It makes more sense to be where.
Well, even Tropical Cafe.
Oh, they're moving too.
They're moving to a more visible location,
on
right?
the other side.
So you gotta adjust, right? You gotta invest and adjust, and that's what we're doing with this bond. We're making sure that as our population shifts where they live, that so do our services.
That's why, again, very fortunate that, again, I want to thank Miss Patsy and Mr. Bobby who served on their board and no longer serving. But again, they part of it's trust that we're making good decisions on behalf of the school district. Trust that, and so when you have board members like that allow you to work and not micromanage, if you will, as I had or have, then it's it makes it harder, because it's like, I've been here over 10 years,
close to 12 years,
12 years,
close to 12 years,
AAA rated. Not again, thanks to all the super teachers and super principals, but again, just staying focused on kids.
And I think that's really what sets us apart. It's making sure that we are kid-centric, right? And I won't say that there's school districts that are not, but as we have moved along over the last 12 years since you've arrived, Doc, we've made sure that the decisions we make are based on what's best for kids, and that's shown in our student success output and the level of training that our teachers have, the level of certifications our teachers have. We're a booming school district. We have the most national certified teachers in the region by far.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen by accident. That doesn't happen because the teachers just wanted to do it on their own. Like we encouraged it, and we made that a commitment and an important thing for us, because we knew that it would translate into student success. And if you were to come to someone and tell them 15 years ago that Canutillo ISD would be the highest rated school district in the region, they probably would have laughed.
Well, you were here and then you left and you came back. I mean, did you see the
yes?
Feel the change?
When I left, we had pockets of excellence, but we struggled. We struggled as a district. I think right now we have pockets of struggling instead of. We reversed it. I think for the most part, our students are succeeding everywhere. And then we have little.
Well, you're always
spots
going to
here.
have. You're always going to have.
Yeah, that's normal.
Those areas of improvement.
Right.
That's just part of it,
So I think we reversed that, and that speaks highly of the commitment of our principals, the commitment of our teachers, and the leadership and support they get here in central office. We've made sure that we've allowed them to teach the way they want to teach, that while we comply with whatever the state throws our way, that we remain committed to that belief that Canutillo knows best how to educate the kids in Canutillo.
And literally throw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they throw.
Literally throw. But, so you're SPEC now. You're the
SBOE.
SBOE.
SBOE, yes.
SBOE, and State Board of Education.
Not until.
Are you called a trustee? Or
no, you're called a member.
You're a member?
A member of the SBOE.
Member Reveles?
Yes.
So we have to address you as member?
Well, you specifically have to call me the Honorable.
The Honorable?
But just you. Wow. No. I will be sworn in January and take my first meeting.
So what does that entail? Like, what is?
So we have the SBOE is State Board of Education is an important but very little covered or known political entity in the state. It's a statewide board, and their chief task is to adopt the state curriculum and learning materials, to approve any new charter school in the state, and to oversee the very large and important fund that's supposed to fund public education. We have no authority over teacher pay, no authority over anything that has to do with budget or anything like that, or funding.
This Blue Bonnet curriculum.
Right.
It's been in news. It was biblical and all that.
That was
stuff.
the SBOE that approved it.
That approved it. How many members?
15.
15.
There's 15 members as of now. There's 4 Democrats and 11 Republicans, and and the SBOE was approved by the slimmest of margins, 8-7. 827. With one member that was appointed just for one meeting,
Oh, okay.
being the one vote that pushed that curriculum over the edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a very political move, and that is part of what's going to be taking place. There's a lot of curriculum decisions that are be coming up this year, so it'll be interesting to see that.
Wow, I can't imagine. I mean, that's all the curriculum that you all approve, and then what do you say? What's the second one?
The materials,
The
the
materials?
instructional materials as well. And Texas, because it's such a large state, is whatever materials Texas approves tend to be considered national instructional materials.
Wow.
So
You're a movie star.
So we're an instructional material star as a state,
Still.
and it's a very important decision that's made, and as we move forward with hopefully doing what's right by kids, we got to be cognizant of those decisions.
Well,
you know.
I think you're going to be a valuable asset to that
Thank you.
committee. I mean, not only coming from this El Paso, this area, Riverside grad, journalist, UTEP, kind of deal, but also, again, your whole makeup, what makes you as a person.
And that's precisely what when I was asked to run, I considered, and we need to make sure that the voices of all Texans are represented, and unfortunately the board is not as diverse as Texas is, so we gotta make sure that the experience of every Texan is considered when we make these decisions, because there is not one look or one creed or one religion for a Texan. We come in all shapes and sizes,
That one book that's going to cover
Right.
that we're all going to relate to.
So we gotta. I want to bring that on there, and I know it'll be an uphill battle because there's other factors at play, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best.
You'll do well. You'll do well.
Yeah.
But Laura, my condolences to your grandma,
To us, not
to
to her.
your grandma, Mexico City.
Yeah, for her grandma passing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Thank you.
condolences. That's
And
to Mexico City. We were talking about puppies earlier.
we did.
I'm
And
anti-dog,
So Dr. Galaviz,
but I want a puppy.
for anyone who doesn't know this, Dr. Galaviz has always been, I wouldn't even say not even
I'm
anti-dog,
afraid of
but
dogs.
afraid of dogs.
I'm afraid of dogs.
He accused one of my dogs of biting him when she was just greeting him.
No.
Yeah, yes.
But your dog's
Yes.
big.
But
That's
the
not a big dog.
That's a
That's a
big,
medium-sized dog,
That's a big doggy for me.
and
not
it's
like
a
a little
boxer.
chihuahua.
It's a boxer, and they're one
A
of the
boxer.
friendly.
That's what he was doing. He was trying to box with me.
Lauda, you know a lot about dogs. Of all the breeds, boxers are one of the friendliest breeds.
I think Rottweilers are one of the friendliest breeds.
See? Oh.
I'll bring you my Rotties.
Oh, you have a Rottweiler?
She has several.
Yeah.
She has
I
several.
didn't know you had a Rottweiler.
Yeah. See, people
Yeah.
are afraid of those big dogs, but those big dogs tend to be the sweetest ones. I'm not kidding. They tend to be so sweet.
I'll
You
bring you my
have
Queen.
5, right?
5 total.
5.
Yeah.
5 babies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so at one point I had 2 puppies that I was taking care of. One of them, which I kept,
Yeah.
and the other one's now in San Antonio with my sister. But those 2 puppies, Dr. Galaviz was around those puppies, and he seemed to fall in love with them.
Oh, they love puppies.
And I was accused by his wife of trying to influence him into getting a puppy, and now he's considering it.
So she doesn't want him? Or her?
No, well, I don't think she doesn't want them. She knows, like, I'm going to get it, then I'm going to complain the whole time. But I'm going to love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like, well, I got it. I'm the only one that gets up. The poor me. I'm the one that takes the baby to the doctor.
Yeah.
I'm even calling it a baby.
They're babies.
But I'm the one that's taking the puppy to this, to that, and you guys just come and go. And it's like a parent, right? You get
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
The one
parent
side that
has to get everybody up and let's go. No, you can't. You
Well,
can't.
I highly recommend you get one.
Yeah.
I think they give us a sense of purpose sometimes,
But then board meetings take too much time off of you, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You need to be home to
I
love that
manage it.
baby.
I manage
Do
it.
you have boys in your house?
I do.
So they're not alone.
Yeah. That's a good point, because you made a good point when I was going to give my daughter one.
Yes.
And she was going to be a student. And you said no, because that puppy needs.
They need a lot
it's like
of
a
time.
kid.
Oh, a puppy.
You just can't leave a kid at home.
I have a 10-month-old, 10-week-old puppy right now, and I got to go home for lunch every day. Let her out. Make sure she doesn't destroy everything. Right now, she's already destroyed a couple of my Christmas ornaments.
How do you know it wasn't your other doggies?
Because they never do that. Because
They're angels.
They were raised right.
They're Riverside, right?
They're Lower Valley kids.
Lower Valley.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work. Being dealing with a puppy is a lot of work. But I think it's very well worth it, and especially once you get past puppyhood.
Yeah,
you're set.
What's your favorite Christmas song? Do you have a holiday song?
No.
You don't have a holiday song? Mm-mm. Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No. You don't have a? Come on, Laura. What's your favorite? You have a favorite?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite?
We Need a Little Christmas.
What's that
from
song?
Me. We need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's an old show tune, and I love show tunes. So.
I remember I was at Austin at a conference, and Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah.
You know, the old ones, like ho ho ho, and like in the lounge, I was watching it because I don't like to be in my room, so I'm watching it, drinking my tea, I had my food there, and this one guy comes in. He goes, "Are you?" I go, "Yeah, I love this. You don't love this? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Frosty the Snowman, all those."
I love Christmas music. I know you're right now tuned in to 99.9 because they play Christmas music nonstop.
Yes, I love that.
And I tell you why. Well, I do enjoy a good Christmas song. I worked retail during the holidays and throughout college, and after a while, you're just like, I cannot hear Noel once more.
The first Noel.
I worked at JCPenney, and I just remember this Noel, 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 and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god.
Well, I mean, again, Christmas is about loving.
Yes.
Forgiving, forgetting, and moving on in this world, because there's so many things going on in the world, so many people in the hospitals, with cancer, and so many. But you just gotta love each other unconditionally.
Yeah.
And I think that's all I wish for this community.
Yeah, I think what I wish for this community is for them to be able to reap all the benefit of what's coming. This community is growing. There's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of headaches to growth, obviously. We all deal with it every morning with traffic or whatever it is. But there's also a lot of benefits. And I can't wait to reap those benefits. And to, someone who lives in the district and lives in this community, just, to see our people reach the highest potential.
Well, just like we're at Reyes and we were at the pre-K and kinder,
and
even the second graders at lunch, and to know that in 6th grade they'll have a brand new school.
They have a brand new middle school.
A brand new school. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And to say that, I think that's when they ask me, when I leave this world of the superintendency and what was I most proud of, just I think that passing that bond. And there's one more thing I said, passing the bond.
I mean, we did so many good things. Holdsworth, making sure that we keep addressing leadership and the development of leaders for our schools. Our football team was very successful.
Coach Brooks.
We're seeing great progress, and we have a little surprise coming up when it comes to fine arts and the performance of our kids at the regional and state level, hopefully as well. We're seeing our middle
that
schools.
Performance in San Antonio was amazing. Thanks to Lauda
My favorite.
and C-Rod.
Yeah, I mean,
K.A. Christina.
Yeah, and our elementaries performing at a high level. Our middle schools doing great work to really kickstart professions. We're one of the few school districts that has career pathways at the middle school level. Northwest Early College just keep pumping out
They're
class after class of just high performing students. you know, and trying to outdo themselves every year.
And they do it.
And they do it.
They do it. That
you know?
staff with, you know, Frank and Mr. Clark and what was that movie with Mr. Clark? Mr. Clark.
Oh, that
Mr.
was
Clark.
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me?
Stand by Me. Yeah.
No, I wasn't Stand by Me.
No, not Stand by Me. It was
Joe Clark.
Yeah, Joe Clark. Yeah, wasn't it Stand by Me? No, it's
Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark.
Yeah.
And he made them all sing
the alma mater.
Yeah, alma mater.
The alma mater, and then he ended up
Mr.
in jail.
Darnell. Mr. Darnell. They will know the alma mater.
Yeah. What's the name of that movie? I would watch it every time it would come out.
Oh yeah.
Ah, man.
They call him Mean Joe Green. And then he had that one school board member that was after him. She got on the board.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And then she got him kicked out, put in jail. And then he got the scores. Right? Remember?
And then at night, everyone came
out. Yeah, they came home. And then she wanted to take, children go home on the corner. And he grabbed it. And then the superintendent went into hey, you got to tell him to stop, Joe.
Do not say.
You got to tell him to stop, Joe. And then,
I need to see this.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Oh, my God.
It's with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
What's the name of that
The
movie?
board member that got on the board, she got mad.
And the kids wouldn't listen to anyone but the principal.
Yeah, with the principal. The superintendent went in to beg the principal, hey, you got to tell them, because they were marching. They started protesting
his jailing.
You know?
He was jailed because in order to keep drug dealers out from school, he locked the doors.
Yeah, then there's a board member who was after him, and then she ended up, again, you can't lock doors, and the fire chief, and then all these adults, he's trying to do what's right for kids.
Yeah.
And then their scores, got better. He cleaned up the school, painted it, got all the gangbangers and drugs out of the school. He put them all on stage, remember?
Yes.
I know I'm going off. I don't have much time. I'm telling you, I love that.
Lean on me.
Lean on me.
Lean on me.
You can't Google. Yeah,
yeah, I can Google it. Lean on me. That's what it's called.
Lean on me.
Yeah, and they all start singing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
It was a great movie. I remember.
But,
and he grabs the mic from her.
He grabs the bullhorn.
The bullhorn from her.
Children go home, and they all start going home because they listen to him.
Yeah.
They listen to him. But
that's a great story.
Well,
never experienced that.
I don't think you will. That's why it's a movie.
All right, have a great one. This week we have our varsity girls basketball, varsity boys. They're out in tournaments.
And then we have
in Lubbock, the girls varsity, and the boys are in Leander.
Then we have a school board meeting on Tuesday, where the orchestra is going to perform. The JDE orchestra will perform, and we'll honor our winners of the
Christmas
card art contest. And that same night, the band students from throughout the district will be at the high school for their annual holiday concert.
Oh,
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff.
All right.
Stay focused on kids. Stay focused on our future.
See you guys next week for our final 2024 podcast.
Yes.
Yay.
Bye. Don't be a hater. Love.